If you're completely lost when it comes to the idea of a virtual parent-teacher conference, then you're going to want to watch this video. Because in this video, I'm going to go over 5 reasons why you should be doing virtual parent-teacher conferences and 3 simple steps for success when it comes to pulling these conferences off. Before we jump into it, this video is sponsored by Albert, and if you're looking for extra back-to-school resources, be sure to check out our back-to-school resource hub in the link in the video description below. In it, you're going to get a ton of free resources that go over different aspects of distance learning, ranging from what is remote learning to actual distance learning schedules that you can implement in your classrooms this year. Without further ado though, let's get started. First, let's jump into 5 reasons to care when it comes to why we should conduct virtual parent-teacher conferences. The first reason is because a partnership between a parent and a teacher can make a student's education way more meaningful. These conferences are a great time for both parties to share different strengths and weaknesses of the student. Students tend to feel more accommodated and cared for when these conferences have occurred between 2 important people in their lives. The second reason why these conferences are super important is because it allows us a place to discuss and outline how the student is doing in class. By having these one-on-one conversations with parents, it's much easier to share with the parents some challenges the student's having, as well as where they're doing well. It's also a great time for both sides to share some advice or potential solutions to meeting the needs of the particular student. Furthermore, these conferences are a great time for parents to also share their perspective of their student's education so far and potential needs that the parent has of the teacher. The third reason why it's important that we're having these virtual parent-teacher conferences is because the research shows that it matters. A lot of studies show that strong parent-teacher relationships can go a long way in helping a student. They help in areas of academic progress, social and emotional development, as well as fostering accountability with students. The fourth reason why we should be having parent-teacher conferences virtually is because they're both convenient and efficient while still remaining effective. Now, you're able to both meet at your convenience of your schedules from the comfort of your guys' homes. And so you no longer have to worry about the parent being late or stuck in traffic after work in order to meet with you. The fifth reason why having virtual parent-teacher conferences is super valuable is because it can provide some insights into students that you might not otherwise get in the classroom. You can learn things like your students' interests, passions, as well as their hobbies. The small talk from these parent-teacher conferences can go a long way in building relationships with students in the subsequent classes that you have with them. Learning little personal tidbits about what your students like can help you better differentiate your instruction and as a result be a more effective educator. If you're liking this video so far, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe, hitting that notification bell so that you can be sure to get updated when we release even more distance learning videos. Now that we've gone over 5 reasons why we should be having these virtual parent-teacher conferences, let's shift gears and talk about 3 keys to success when it comes to scheduling these conferences. The first thing you're going to want to do is create a parent-teacher conference schedule sign-up sheet. You can either build your own sign-up sheet and send it through mass email to get to the parents, or you could use something like Sign Up Genius to help you make a more interactive online scheduler. When it comes to video conferencing, we recommend you use something like Zoom, FaceTime, or Skype. It's really important that you include clear instructions to the parent as to what link to use when they need to enter the conference room. Now note, you might get flooded the first time that you send out a message to your parents to schedule out some conferences. That being said though, just remember that this is good for you in the long term because it'll allow you to build more meaningful relationships with your students throughout the rest of the school year, as well as with their parents. If you've already gone ahead and set up the scheduler, but you still have some parents that haven't signed up for a virtual parent-teacher conference, you're going to want to take some more direct action. That leads us to step number 2, which is to call or email parents to set up time for a video conference with the students that you haven't already met the parents of in the first round of signups. At the beginning of the school year, your school probably collected some parent contact information, so you can get in touch with an administrative assistant or a secretary to potentially help you in terms of getting that information if it's not readily available. Typically, it's not uncommon for the school office to have a parent's email as well as a phone number. We recommend that you also collect the parent's contact information through a mass email or through a handout that your student can then scan back so that you have the information beyond just from your school's administrative office. Once you're able to get in touch with these parents, ask them which form of communication that they prefer most. That way you can actually have a higher probability of being able to connect with them. The third step for success when it comes to virtual parent-teacher conferences is to involve an administrator if needed. What we mean by that is if you're having difficulty getting in touch via either email or by phone with the parents of your student, then you'll want to see what your administrator wants to do or what methods your administrator might have to get in touch with that parent. Furthermore, there are some cases in which you might have a more sensitive parent-teacher conference that you need to have, and so you might feel more comforted if an administrator is in the room with you during that conference. An administrator can be super helpful here because they're typically specially trained in dealing with these sorts of sensitive situations, and they can help provide backup for you in the case in which a parent gets defensive or starts escalating their voice or whatnot in a virtual parent-teacher conference. Don't be afraid to ask for help. Most of the time, they'll be excited and willing to help you out with these sensitive situations. If you're looking for more help, be sure to check out our Back to School Resource Hub in the link in the video description below. In it, we provide a ton of free resources, such as some of the best educational websites for teachers, as well as some of the best distance learning tools to check out for this school year. Also, it's 100% free, so you're more than welcome to share it amongst your department, your school, or any other educator that you know that is navigating this difficult time. If you found this video helpful, be sure to hit that like button below and also subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can get notified whenever we release our next distance learning videos. Lastly, if you're looking for extra practice questions or curriculum supports, be sure to check out Albert. We have a free pilot program that you are more than welcome to apply to, and because you're coming from a YouTube video, you will be fast-passed to the front of the line. And so use the link in the video description below and try us out for yourself. That's it for this time though. I'll catch you guys next time when we cover another topic related to distance learning.